Right. So what we have here is an attempt to. Oops, sorry. Just do this snipping. What we have here is, and we'll do them quickly. We're looking at prime costs, and we're building, aren't we? So when I say we're building, if you notice here, the first question builds, the second question builds on the first, and so on, the third on the second. So this question is first of all asking about the whole batch and asking about prime costs. And prime costs are direct materials and direct labor. So these are what we refer to as primary, if you like, costs. And so therefore, you have 103 and 105 as your prime costs, and therefore you have 208,000 as your prime costs, right? In fact, I think I'll just stick to this page while I do these. So that's 208 as your first answer, 208,000. Okay, great stuff. Now, the next question then says, and I'll just flick into the text, then says that tell us what the marginal production costs are. So if I come back here, well, my marginal production cost will now include, marginal simply means variable in simple English, because it's the cost that changes with the production of an extra unit. It's the actual changing cost. Fixed costs just don't change. So in terms of marginal, which is the next question, I will now include, if you like, all three together, right? And that will arrive at 292,000. 292,000. So your marginal, which is B, which is marginal, which is what that question is asking. The question is asking here is 292. I just can't write on this, but I'm writing it here. So A 208, B 292. Yes, right, great stuff. Then now let's look here. Now this one wants to know what the full absorption cost is, and the full absorption cost will now take into account the fixed production overheads of 34. So what do I have? All right, let's just come back here. So that's now me having my 292, and I add 34 to that. So 292 plus 34 gives me 326,000, right? And that's that. So that's the full absorption cost. And then, so looking at that again from here, that is part C, the full absorption cost, 326,000. And then part D says that what is the estimated marginal production cost of one can? So it's telling you to go back to this bit here, part B. Take your B answer and divide that by the number of cans, right? So your B answer was 292, then divide that by the 50,000 cans. So 292 divided by the 50,000 cans, and you should get £5.84. £5.84. So D is £5.84. Yes, £5.84. And then let's look at E. It says the estimated full absorption cost. So I'll now take C, my answer at C, the full absorption cost, and divide that, which was 326, and divide that by the cans. I believe that's what the question is asking. It does want the per can, yes. So I will now have 326,000 divided by 50,000. Yes, 326,000 divided by 50,000, which is £6, which is £6.52. £6.52. Right, great stuff. And that's, let's go back. So that was the sort of the objective bits. Oh no, there's an F. Right. There's an F. So the question is asking which of the following will never be included in the inventory valuation. Only production costs are allowed to be included in the inventory valuation. So all these first four costs are in the inventory, in the warehouse. This very last one, administration, will not. So administration, marginal will, period cost. So we refer to these as period costs. This whole thing of selling prices and sorry, what's the word here? Administration, selling, and distribution. These are referred to as period costs, right? We would include that. And then this question is asking about ethical behavior. Which of the following is an example of unethical behavior? Unethical behavior. Treating CPLs as confidential is a good thing. Allocating objectively is a good thing. Valuing inventory so as to maximize period's profit is unethical, right? So all of these are about being objective, right? So the answer there is that. And why might CPL decide to allocate its costs between products of different departments? To comply with accounting standards, really. I'm thinking so to comply with accounting standards, to reduce its overall inventory, that's not correct. To speed up internal reporting, that's not correct. To report segmented profit or losses, yeah, that feels the best one. I was leaning in here, but I was trying to rack in my head, is there a standard? There isn't a standard. So it very much is about getting the segmented different departmental profits right, if you like. And then finally, which of the following sees a profit center? What is a profit center? Profit centers are very much about profit. So that means they must be revenue and they must be costs, right? So this is a cost center, this one, the department's total variable, this one thing here. These are both just cost centers, the first two. This is a profit center because it's revenue. And here, you could probably argue here this is an investment center, but profit centers is limited to just revenue and costs. Great stuff, and that is the end of task 6.